The oil sitting in your kitchen right now might be silently spiking your blood sugar with every single meal. The label says healthy. The science says something completely different. Today, I'm revealing the 5 oils that actually lower blood sugar and protect your heart. And at the end, the one thing they all share that makes everything click. Every single day, millions of people drizzle, fry, and saute their way into an early grave, and they have absolutely no idea it is happening. You are probably using at least one of them right now. It is sitting in your kitchen cabinet. It has a healthy looking label on the front, and it is silently driving your blood sugar through the roof and clogging up your arteries while you think you are cooking a clean meal. That is not a scare tactic. That is the quiet reality that the processed food industry has spent billions of dollars to make sure you never fully understood. But here's the thing that nobody is talking about. The oil you choose is not just a cooking medium. It is either medicine or it is poison. And the difference between the two comes down to a handful of specific compounds that most people have never heard of. And before we get into the 5 oils that can genuinely change the way your body handles blood sugar and protects your cardiovascular system, I need to tell you about the one thing they all have in common: a single biological mechanism that connects every single one of them. I'm going to come back to that at the end, and when you understand it, everything about nutrition and oil is going to click in a way it never has before. Now, let us start with where most people are, because if you are watching this, there is a good chance you or someone you love is dealing with high blood sugar, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, or some combination of all of the above. And you have probably been told to eat less sugar, move more, cut carbs, and avoid fat. You have tried some of those things. Maybe you have tried all of them. And you are still watching the numbers creep in the wrong direction. You are still tired. You are still frustrated. And every time you sit down to a meal that you genuinely thought was healthy, there is this quiet anxiety in the back of your mind, wondering whether you are making things better or worse. That frustration is completely valid because the advice you have been given is incomplete. It does not account for the inflammatory signaling that the wrong fats trigger at a cellular level. It does not account for the way certain oils interfere with insulin sensitivity before the glucose even has a chance to be processed. And nobody in a standard 15-minute doctor's appointment has the time to walk you through the biochemistry of fat metabolism. But that changes right now. The first oil on this list is extra virgin olive oil. And if you roll your eyes because you have heard this before, stay with me. Because what most people do not know about olive oil is the specific compound that makes it so powerful for blood sugar control. It is not just the monounsaturated fats, although those matter enormously. It is a polyphenol called oleocanthal. Oleocanthal has a direct anti-inflammatory effect that mimics the mechanism of ibuprofen at a molecular level. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the primary drivers of insulin resistance. When your cells are inflamed, the insulin receptor sites on those cells become less responsive. Glucose cannot get into the cell efficiently. Blood sugar rises, pancreatic stress increases, and that cycle compounds over months and years into full metabolic dysfunction. Oleocanthal interrupts that cycle. Multiple large-scale studies, including research published in the journal Diabetes Care, have shown that populations consuming high amounts of extra virgin olive oil have significantly lower rates of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular events. The key word here is extra virgin. Regular olive oil, light olive oil, these have been processed to the point where the polyphenol content is dramatically reduced. You want cold-pressed, unfiltered, extra virgin, and you want to be using it on salads, low-heat cooking, and finishing dishes, not high-heat frying, where those delicate compounds break down. Now consider this. The second oil might surprise you because it has been demonized for years in mainstream health circles: avocado oil. For a long time, people confused high-fat foods with heart disease risk because of flawed research from the 1960s that the sugar industry actually helped fund to shift blame away from sugar and onto fat. Avocado oil is rich in oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fat that makes olive oil powerful, but it has a much higher smoke point, which means you can actually cook with it at higher temperatures without oxidizing the fat and creating harmful compounds. Oxidized fats are a serious problem. When polyunsaturated fats are heated beyond their smoke point, they produce aldehydes and free radicals that promote oxidative stress, arterial inflammation, and directly impair glucose metabolism. Avocado oil lets you cook hot without those consequences. Studies have also shown that the beta sitosterol in avocado oil helps regulate cholesterol by blocking the absorption of dietary cholesterol in the intestine. For heart health specifically, this matters because LDL particle oxidation, not just LDL levels in isolation, is one of the strongest predictors of cardiovascular risk. Avocado oil helps reduce that oxidation. Use it for sautéing, roasting, grilling, anything that requires heat above medium. But that is only half the story when it comes to oils that do something truly targeted for blood sugar. The third oil on this list is flaxseed oil, and this one operates through a completely different pathway than the first two. Flaxseed oil is the richest plant-based source of alpha-linolenic acid, which is the omega-3 precursor. The ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in your diet is one of the most critical and most ignored variables in metabolic health. The standard Western diet has an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of approximately 15 to 1 or even higher. The optimal ratio for controlling inflammation and supporting insulin sensitivity is closer to 2 or 3 to 1. That gap is not a minor nutritional detail. That gap is a systemic inflammatory state that your immune system is constantly trying to manage, pulling resources away from normal metabolic function. Flaxseed oil helps correct that ratio. Research has shown that alpha-linolenic acid supplementation improves insulin sensitivity markers and reduces fasting blood glucose in people with type 2 diabetes. Important note here: flaxseed oil cannot be heated. Heat destroys its omega-3 content and turns it rancid. Use it only cold, drizzled over food, blended into smoothies, or mixed into dressings. Store it in the refrigerator and use it within a few weeks of opening. Here is where it gets genuinely interesting, because the fourth oil is one that most people in Western countries almost never use, but the data behind it is difficult to argue with. Sesame oil, specifically cold-pressed, unrefined sesame oil. Sesame oil contains two unique lignans, sesamin and sesamolin, which are converted in the body into compounds that have been shown in multiple studies to significantly improve markers of glycemic control. A clinical trial published in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism found that participants who substituted sesame oil for other cooking oils experienced meaningful reductions in fasting blood glucose, hemoglobin A1C, and oxidative stress markers. The lignans in sesame oil also upregulate gamma-tocopherol, which is a form of vitamin E with particularly strong anti-inflammatory and cardioprotective properties. For the heart, sesame oil has also been shown to help lower LDL cholesterol while maintaining HDL levels, which is the balance you actually want. It has a medium-high smoke point, making it usable for moderate heat cooking, and its distinct flavor means a small amount goes a long way. In Asian culinary traditions, sesame oil has been a staple for thousands of years, and populations with high sesame consumption historically have lower rates of metabolic disease. That is not a coincidence. Now, I want to address something before we get to the fifth oil, because at this point you might be wondering whether all oils are simply interchangeable as long as they come from these categories. They are absolutely not. The processing method changes everything. When seeds and grains are processed into oil using chemical solvents and high heat, the resulting product is structurally damaged at a molecular level. Canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil in its refined form. These are the oils lining the middle aisles of every grocery store. They are cheap to produce, they are in nearly every processed food, and they are high in omega-6 linoleic acid, which in excess and in its oxidized form promotes exactly the kind of inflammation we have been talking about. The label might say, heart healthy. The biochemistry tells a different story. This is why oil choice is not a minor nutritional preference. It is a foundational decision about what signals your cellular environment is receiving with every single meal. The fifth oil is walnut oil. And walnut oil is the sleeper in this conversation because very few people are actually using it despite the research being genuinely compelling. Walnut oil has one of the highest concentrations of polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids of any tree nut-derived oil. A study conducted at Yale University found that daily consumption of walnut oil for just 8 weeks significantly improved endothelial function, which is the health of the lining of your blood vessels, which is the actual front line of cardiovascular disease prevention. Endothelial dysfunction is one of the earliest signs of cardiovascular damage, and it is also directly linked to impaired insulin signaling because healthy endothelium is required for efficient glucose uptake in muscle tissue. Beyond that, walnut oil is rich in elagitannins, which are compounds that have shown promising effects on gut microbiome diversity. And the gut microbiome connection to blood sugar regulation is one of the most exciting emerging areas in metabolic medicine. A healthier, more diverse gut microbiome produces short chain fatty acids that directly improve insulin sensitivity. So, walnut oil is essentially working on blood sugar from two directions simultaneously: vascular and microbiome. Like flaxseed oil, it should not be used for high heat cooking. It is best used cold or at very low temperatures. So, now I want to bring it all back to that single mechanism I mentioned at the very beginning. The one thing every single one of these oils has in common, and it is this: every oil on this list, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, flaxseed oil, sesame oil, and walnut oil, improves the fluidity and integrity of cell membranes. Every cell in your body has a membrane made largely of fatty acids. When that membrane is composed of healthy, unoxidized, structurally sound fats, the proteins embedded in it, including insulin receptors, function with maximum efficiency. Insulin binds to the receptor. The receptor signals the glucose transporter. Glucose enters the cell. Blood sugar normalizes. When your cell membranes are built from oxidized, damaged, or structurally poor fats, those same receptors become sluggish and resistant. That is the root of insulin resistance at the cellular level. It is not just about what you eat. It is about what your cells are literally built from. Every meal is a construction decision. These five oils build healthier cells. The refined vegetable oils you have been using tear them down. That is the real story. Not calories, not even just inflammation. Cell membrane integrity. And here is the practical application. You do not need to use all five every day. Rotate between extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil as your primary cooking fats. Add flaxseed oil or walnut oil cold over your food a few times per week. Use sesame oil as a finishing flavor in cooking. These are not dramatic lifestyle overhauls. They are simple swaps that accumulate massive biological dividends over time. Your blood sugar numbers, your cholesterol ratios, your cardiovascular risk profile, they are all downstream of these daily decisions. And they all start with what is sitting in your cabinet. If this changed the way you think about something as simple as cooking oil, then imagine what else in your kitchen is either working for you or against you. Hit that like button if this was useful. Subscribe because there is so much more of this kind of deep nutritional science coming, and I will see you in the next one.